Welcome back. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Better Bank, better ideas, better banking. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Funny Man and Tool Time King Tim Allen, October 20th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And today, Seattle is after the sweep of the Minnesota Twins in the finale. And at the same time, they can pull to an even 500 here at Safeco Field. And here is where we hope you will stay for the next 9 innings. Or maybe better yet, 8.5. The guys that'll take you there, Dave Sims and Mike Flowers. Gentlemen.
That's a good call, Angie. Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Let's talk Mariners and Mariners offense here at Safeco Field. And there's reason to perk your ears up and sit up in your chair. Why? Because it's been good, Mike.
Well, it has. It really turned things around here at Safeco Field. You take a look. Since July 26th, the numbers that they put up, 287 batting average, much better. Then you go down 4.2 runs a game. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big improvement for the Mariners. But more importantly, an 11-1 record. So the guy's certainly getting comfortable here at home.
Take a look at our Lexus pitching matchup today. Blake Bevan, he goes against Samuel Deduno, a young man for the Minnesota Twins that has some great potential. He's off to a great start. Let's see how this one materializes.
Well, and I think for Blake, again, fastball command is at a premium for him, and when he has his good starts, that's been the biggest thing. He also mixes in his slider, curveball, and his changeup, but for Blake, more than anything, he has to be able to throw strikes early in counts. This is a quality hitting club, especially in the middle of their lineup, so he'll have to stay away from the long ball to do that pitch down and pitch ahead with your fastball.
Going to be interesting today as Mariners try to win their 5th consecutive game and tag a 5th consecutive loss on the Minnesota Twins. Glad you went this on this cloudy but yet comfortable Sunday. And how about last night? John Jaso, his 12th game winner for the Mariners. Michael Saunders tags, scores on the sac fly in the 9th inning, and the Mariners come away with a victory last night, looking for the sweep coming up next. It's first pitch straight ahead. Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the finale. The Mariners and the Minnesota Twins. Fans filing in here to Safeco Field. Glad you could join us this Sunday afternoon. Mariners playing some really good baseball of late, trying to take advantage of the Minnesota Twins pitching staff today. It'll be a little bit more mature with Samuel Deduno on the line. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you here from Safeco Field. Let's take a look at the Twins lineup that will be facing Blake Bevan this afternoon.
Well, thank you, Dave. For Ron Gardenhire, leading things off, it'll be Ben Revere, then it's Casilla. So some speed at the top of the lineup today. Maurer, Willingham, Justin Moore. No, you can see what he's done in August. He's been a hot hitter at a 349 clip. Then, of course, Domit, Plouffe, Carson, and Florimon will bat ninth. Blake Bevan on the season, a 5.17 ERA, 102 innings pitched for Blake so far, giving up 17 homers. Again, command, that's where you want to stay. Blake just 13 walks. That's a good number for him, but the quality of the strikes is the big key for Blake Bevan. Take a look at the defense playing behind him. No changes. You have Robinson in left, Saunders in center, Thames out in right field, and on the infield, Kyle Seager will get the start at third. Kawasaki in today, Ryan out, so Kawasaki at shortstop, Ackley and Smoke. On the right side of the infield, John Jaso, one of the heroes last night, will be behind the plate, catching Blake Bevan. Blake, Monday, 97 pitches against the Rays, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. Again, no walks for Blake, 4 strikeouts. I think the middle of the lineup caused him some problems, but it's the top of the lineup as you look at Revere and Casilla, two guys that can really fly. See what Blake has done since being recalled. 4-1 record with a 4.02 ERA since being recalled from Tacoma. I think real key for him to get these first 2 hitters out. Don't let them get on the bases and cause problems.
Both guys very good at base stealing. You got Revere with 28 steals. Casilla's got 14. Twins of the ball club, 5th in stolen bases in the American League. Here's Ben Revere. He and Maurer at 319, the batting average, tied for 3rd in the American League. There's first pitch of the ball game. And it's in there for a called strike 1. Phil Cuzzy's got the whole plate today. Manny Gonzalez at first, Jerry Davis at second, and DJ Rayburn at third. Very comfortable 68 degrees here today. There's another strike.
Revere coming off a 21-game hitting streak. It was snapped on August 7th. One of the reasons why his batting average is 319.
This is outside. One-two pitch. Right off the fist. Ackley's going to take care of it. And one down. Bring up Alexi Casilla. He's a switch hitter. And Revere just back from ankle problems. Now Alexi Casilla. And on the grass at third is Seager. First pitch strike. Blake Bevan at home, a 3-3 record, 4.76 is ERA.
First breaking ball from Blake. All fastballs to start the game. Comes back with a breaking ball. Probably going to get a feel for what he likes better today, whether it's his curveball or his slider. Most starters try to get a feel in the first couple of innings of which breaking ball is going to be more effective. That's a good curveball.
He's ahead 0-2. Fastball missed. Mariners win last night. Count of 3-2. Tom Wilhelmsen comes on, throws 2 pitches in the 9th inning for the final out. Comes the winner after Jaso delivers the sacrifice fly for the game winner. 1-2 pitch. Off the plate. Mariners on a good roll here. 4 consecutive wins at 4-1 on the homestand. They've won 11 of 12 at home and at 21-13 since the All-Star break.
They're going for the 3rd sweep since the All-Star break. Blake looks like he has a better than average fastball for him today. He's 93, 94 miles an hour here in the first inning. Typically Blake hanging around that 91 mile an hour range, but he has a good one going today.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Comebacker. Quick 2 outs. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Joe Mauer. Tied for third with Ben Revere. .319 batting average. Joe with a round-out RBI last night. Went 0 for 4 with a walk. First game, Mauer went 2 for 4 on Friday night. A big home run, 8th inning. Mariners had a 5-1 lead. Mauer and Willingham went back-to-back home runs against Stephen Pryor to close the gap. The Mariners won the ballgame 5-3. Nice job by Bevan to get ahead 0-2. Revere and Willingham and Plouffe are the only players that Blake Bevan has previously faced.
He's come out throwing strikes today, using his fastball here in the first inning, but 9 strikes out of the 12 pitches that he has thrown. I get a kick out of Blake. I'll talk to him from time to time about his pitching, and the one thing that he is consistent with is his ability to throw his fastball for strikes. He never wavers. He feels that he can throw it for a strike anytime that he wants to. And he's shown that this year. Again, his walk total is just 13 walks on the season is down.
It's spoiled there by Mauer.
I think he's going to go with the curveball early in the game. Couple of slow curveballs. That one at 75 miles an hour.
Blake pitched against the Twins last September 2nd. Got a no decision. 3-2 Minnesota win.
He will also tell you that he can throw 95 miles an hour when he wants to.
Yeah,
and he's close today. He's hit 94 a couple of times.
He likes the fact that he can, that pinpoint control you talked about. Is that way, you know, his percentages go way up as far as he's concerned. The confidence in that. Shaded towards left field. The outfield for Mauer.
Good pitch. That's the kind of pitch when you have the quality hitter of Mauer up there. You'd like to get it right at the bottom of the strike zone and right on the corner. The 6th pitch of this at bat. That's the kind of pitch, if you get that call, can get you on a good roll early in the game.
Hope that umpire stays consistent. You
Yeah.
can keep feeding it in there. You talked about that with Jamie Moyer, his ability to do that. 1-2. Center field and deep. Back goes Sunders. He's got a beat on it. Makes the catch just before hitting the track. Underway here at Safeco Field. Mariners going for the sweep. Inching their way towards 500. Nothing across for the Twins. The Mariners coming to bat. Samuel Duduno. Take a look at the Mariner batting order that he'll face today.
This afternoon's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Leading things off, it'll be Dustin Ackley, then Saunders Seager. How about John Jaso in August? 343 average, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs, including the game winner last night. Then it'll be Montero, the DH. He will hit 5th. Smoke, Thames, Robinson. Kawasaki getting a start. He will round out the 9 for the Mariners. You do know you can take a look at his numbers. A little bit changed. You take a look at a 4-0, a 3.38. Those are good numbers. 40 innings pitched, but 30 walks. He has walked a handful of batters, averaging about 5 walks every time he steps out there. 28 strikeouts, a 225 average. He'll use a fastball. He has a good fastball and a curveball. Fastball be in the low 90s. Look for the Mariners to be patient early in the game, see if he'll give them some free passes that they can take advantage of.
Into the gap. That will get down. Making a turn, and he'll hold with a single. Good start to the Mariners.
Dustin swinging the bat much better lately. Had 3 hits last night. Starts the game off with a leadoff single into right center field. Pitch out over the plate, hits it hard into right center. Take a look at the defense for the Twins this afternoon. In the outfield, Willingham in left, Rivera, he can go get it out in center field. Carson, the right fielder. And on the infield, Trevor Plouffe at third, Florimon and Casilla playing up the middle. Justin Morneau, the first baseman. Ryan Doumit for Moses Lake. Get the start behind the plate for the Twins.
It's Michael Saunders. Duno's 28 years old. He's out of San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. He's been with the San Diego and Colorado organizations. His big league debut in 2010, 4 games with the Rockies. Stopped by Morneau, goes to the shortstop, and they get a 3-6-1. No, they don't. Florimon, his throw, not in time to get the speedy Saunders.
Backhanded play for Morneau. Biggest challenge, clear yourself from the runner. Good job by the shortstop to clear himself, get back to the inside. Too much speed with Saunders to turn the double play.
Got a kick out of talking to Ron Gardenhire in his office about Duno. Says he's going to wing it. The ball goes everywhere, mainly breaking ball, nasty breaking balls. Don't be surprised if you see more balls and strikes. Not sure if he knows if he's sinking it or cutting it, but once he gets going, he keeps hitters on their toes. Says
effectively wild is what I was able to get from Dan Gladden when I spoke to him about it.
Yeah, Gardy said the same thing. He says he effectively scares the fill in the expletive out of batters. He says he can spin the heck out of the ball.
Gladden was telling me he'll throw one curveball that'll be behind the hitter, and the next one will be on the knees on the black, and you can't touch it. That is so difficult. Hitters typically at this level try to look in zones and areas where they think they're going to get pitches.
Great jump. Saunders broke in bat. Look out for the bat. Base hit meanwhile as Saunders makes his way to third. Wow. The Seager. Man, oh man. Hope everybody's okay. Meanwhile, the Mariners get something going here.
Gets a fastball, hits it right off of the label, shatters his bat as it goes into the stands. Probably goes about 6 rows deep, but it'll be a base hit into left field, and Saunders is able to move around to third, so an RBI situation for John Jaso as you see the barrel of it go up into the seats. Pay attention, folks.
Boy, really. And on that play, Saunders was on the move. Yeah, you really do. That's. Keep your head up. Here's Jaso. Leading hitter on the ball club at 292.
Had a good series, 2 for 3, home run, 3 RBIs.
Talked about it yesterday. Early threat by the Mariners. They've been doing well in this run that they're on. They've been scoring early and often. And here, how about in the clutch from Mr. Jaso?
Batting average with runners in scoring position, 408 average. Go ahead RBIs 17, game winning RBIs 12. 7th inning or later, that's a really good average at 288.
put it in play. They got Flormont, Casilla, Morneau, double play, and they get out of trouble. So the Twins turn back the Mariners in the first as they threaten. No scores. We head to the second inning. New York Football Giants cap on to our right. Good to see Wayne enjoying the game here. Family and friends. Yeah, Wayne, you're on, babe. Good to see you. No scores. We play the second inning here at Safeco Field. And to celebrate pitching perfection, this Tuesday, the Mariners will expand the King's Court, turn Safeco Field into the Supreme Court. Felix Hernandez on the mound against the Indians. First 34,000 fans are going to get a Yellow King of Perfection t-shirt and a commemorative K card with special prices as low as $10 on the view level and $30 on the main level. So be part of the Supreme Court and cheer on King Felix in his first start since capturing the first perfect game in Mariners history. Go to Mariners.com. Swing and a miss by Josh Willingham, having a superb year. 31 home runs. He's third in RBIs with 89. Well, here is a look at the shirt you will be getting after this pitch on the 0-1 coming here to Willingham. Breaking ball. I guess we'll put these on in the booth too. Why not, right?
Why not? Good looking shirt.
Yeah, it is. It's not bad at all. One to Willingham. Well struck, deep left field. Trouble off the top of the fence. Robinson gets the throw in just late. A ringing double leading off the inning by Josh Willingham, his 24th two-base hit. We're talking about a guy that zoned in all year.
Well, he gets a pitch right in the middle of the plate and hammers it. Good thing it's on a line. If he elevates it at all, it would have been his 32nd home run. But this will hit off the top of the fence, right below that yellow line. Trayvon tried to get it in quickly. He had a shot, I think, at second base.
Here's Morneau, first baseman. Twins' first run on the board last night in the first inning. Went 1 for 4. It's 2-0. Play Morneau in the outfield straight away and deep. 16 homers, 59 runs batted in. Three 0.
First hitter that Blake has been behind. First hitter he hasn't thrown a first pitch strike to.
Pitch walk. Legitimate threat here by the Twins. First two men have reached. Nobody out. Here comes Ryan Doman. Switch hitter, catcher slash outfielder slash DH. Moses Lake, Washington.
Look to me with the command that Blake has today, he was definitely pitching around more no. And typically pitchers, when they're going over the lineup in the scouting reports, they'll have a guy that they won't give much of a chance to hurt him. And I think with first base open, he decided to go ahead and just put him on and go to the next guy.
Quick word from Jaso. Pitch here to Doman. Smoke. Kawasaki for one to Bevan. Safe.
Well, Blake, he was able to get over there, but it's usually you'll find the bag, put your foot on it, and then look to catch the ball. He did the opposite. He went to catch it first and then tried to find the bag after the catch, and that was the difference of him getting a double play.
Check out our Coors Light freeze cam.
You can see him. He'll catch the ball. And then after he catches it, took a chance, took his eye off the ball. He'll try to find the bag. Doman just beats it.
Fine call by Manny Gonzalez down at first. So one out. Runners at the corners here for Trevor Plouffe. Third baseman hitting at .244 with 19 homers and 38 runs batted in. Popped up. Jaso, no play.
Plouffe having a solid year for the Twins, a .244 average, but he has 19 home runs. Taking over the duties at third base for the Twins.
Into left field, coming on Robinson, makes the catch, tagging. Willingham, play at the plate, he's in there safely. 1-0 Minnesota. Plouffe the RBI on the sacrifice fly, his 39th.
Trayvon does not have a strong throwing arm. He comes in on this, makes a catch. Then the ball will tail back up into the line. You can see how much tail is on that. The time Jaso is able to catch it and get back, Willingham is able to score.
Holding at first is Doman. So 1-0 here in the second inning. Here's Matt Carson, the right fielder.
Carson with 3 base hits last night. He had a good night hitting the ball the other way.
Showed a good throwing arm too. He threw out Ryan at third base, right field. Strong throw. Doman not a base stealing threat down there. Not made an attempt this season. Good change. 0-2. ready to work. In the hole, a base hit. Matt Carson, second hit of the inning for the Minnesota Twins.
Gets it on a breaking ball. 0-2 pitch. He puts it on the corner. Pitches up just a little bit, and he's able to find a hole on the left side of the infield. Good shot from our McDonald's Supermo. Mentioned guest John Jaso, the catcher, would like to see that pitch off the plate away, see if he can get him to chase it. You're ahead in the count 0-2.
Pedro Florman, shortstop. Strike one. Florman with a triple and a single last night. With a sacrifice of 2 for 3. Switch hitter.
.33 pitches for Blake, working here in the second inning. A lot of fastballs early. Typically, starting pitchers will have a game plan, and they're going to use their fastball more, maybe the first time through the lineup, and then change things up, show more breaking ball or change up the second time through.
Breaking ball. Second row. We'll play for Trayvon Robinson. Fan brought his glove. Put it to good use. All right.
That's a good day already.
Sure is. Flying the flag and everything. A 1-2 pitch to Florman. 2 on. Bevan trying to hold the Twins to 1 run here in the second inning. 1-2 count. Runners at first and second. Off-speed pitch. Hit hard. Look out.
Looks like Blake more fastball, and then the off-speed pitches he's using. Curveball. Not as many sliders or changeups. 19 pitches so far in this inning.
Do it again at 1-2. Piece again. Florman batting in the 9 hole. And I'm trying to end it right here. 1-2. Oh, third. What a battle.
Yeah. Giving a little bit of everything. 7 pitches so far in this at bat. Good fastball from Blake at 93 miles an hour. Florman has seen the fastball, changeup, and the curveball. Excuse me, the slider and the curveball.
Eighth pitch coming right here. Like the epic last night that Smoke had, 10 pitches. They delivered a home run leading off the 7th inning. 39 pitches thus far from Mr. Bevan. 17 pitches in the first. Either side yielding.
He's been making some good pitches on him too. Those fastballs are right on the inside corner, tying him up with him, and Florman is able to just spoil him every time. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get to that pitch. Well, he's making Blake work. Blake's pitch count climbing. 40 pitches now here in the second inning. This will be the 10th pitch this at bat.
Test the wills here. Second inning, 2 on, 2 out. the longest AB you had?
I think 12 pitches. A couple of different times.
Remember who was again?
No, I just remember I ended up getting a steak dinner out of it.
Who bought?
Denny Walling was our hitting coach in Oakland, and he said if you had a 10-pitch at bat, he'd buy you a steak dinner because we liked to hack back in those days.
1-2 to Florimont. Struck him out. Nicely done by Bevan. He wins that battle. Limits the damage to just 1 run on a couple of hits, and 2 are left. To the home second with Montero smoking. Thames coming up. Face fly. Home second coming up here at Safeco Field. Time for AT&T trivia question. This question, it was inspired by the Felix Hernandez perfect game a couple of days ago. How many games have been played in Major League history through last night? What do we got, 115 years? How many years we got in baseball? 115, 120? Here's Montero to lead it off. Take a stab. Go B. Montero against Samuel Duduno. Got out of any kind of difficulty with a first inning double play.
I'll go with C.
All right. Ground ball hit to Casilla. Montero is retired. Good look at Elliott Bay here in Seattle. Cloudy day, but very comfortable. 68 degrees, humidity hardly a factor at all.
It's quiet over there on a Sunday, isn't it?
Yep. A lot of activities starting tomorrow morning, probably before sunrise. Here's Smoke. Boy, did he hit that home run last night. 10 pitch at bat, 411 feet. Hit it right-handed. Hit it over what? He hit it over the shed. Protects the Mariner bullpen. Piece of that one on too.
And he was fouling off some fastballs, and then eventually he was able to get into one on the 10th pitch. He was able to catch up to a fastball, hit it right over the Nikon sign. It looks like the fans are going with C at 58%. That's pretty strong.
Strike 3 called. Boy, he dropped a bender on him there. 2 outs. First strikeout for Duduno. Quick dismissal. Eric Thames.
Talked about Duduno being effectively wild. He's one of those guys that is so difficult as a hitter. One, you don't know him. chances are you haven't faced him or seen much of him. And then, two, if you're not sure where he's throwing it, it makes it so difficult to zone up. So many hitters look in zones or in areas or sit on pitches. And game planning gets a little bit difficult when you have a guy that you're not sure where he's going to throw it. Not to mention a little uncomfortable, as you were mentioning with your conversation with Gardenhire.
Ooh, boy, that ate up Doman. Golly. Easy to say shake it off, but those things hurt. Foul ball. Ryan Doman gets him on the inner thigh.
Well, the inner thigh. 93 miles an hour.
Yeah, you do.
Off the bat, picking up a little more spin on the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta hang in there, kid. Rick McWayne along with Ron Gardenhire coming out to tend to him.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit uncomfortable on the plane flight today after the game.
How many cold beverages can you get to me?
Telling you.
I'll wear the battery pack.
Good curveball.
Duno's 4-0, 3.38 ERA. He does look like he's got the arsenal they talked about. My goodness.
Yes, that's a good curveball. He has good stuff, and you can see the good run on his fastball, the one that was 93, and then that last curveball at 81 miles an hour. You mentioned earlier, bounced around a little bit. There's a reason for that. Command has been an issue for him.
1-2. Gardy said the toughest thing is the catcher. They don't know where it's going.
Well, if they don't know, think of try to hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had 40 innings pitched, 30 walks in 40 innings coming into this game.
Well struck just out of the reach of Florimond. Base hit Eric Thames. A 2-2 offering.
Finally able to get a fastball that he can handle. It's a good fastball, 93 miles an hour. Take a look at our McDonald Supermo trying to run this fastball out to the outside corner. He gets it there, but a good piece of hitting from Eric Thames, going with the pitch. Solid line drive into left field.
2-out base runner. Bring up Trayvon Robinson. 0 for 3 last night. Inside for ball 1.
Solid series for Trayvon. 2 for 7 with a double.
Jason Vargas, Kevin Millwood. Millwood will go tomorrow against the Cleveland Indians, making their second trip here to San Francisco. Will be opposed by Ubaldo Jimenez. Felix goes on Tuesday. Roberto Hernandez. And Sashi Iwakuma against Zach McAllister. It's coming up on Wednesday. Note the 12:40 start time. Remember Roberto Hernandez and his previous alias is Fausto Carmona.
Kawasaki waiting on deck. He's hitting 9th. Brendan Ryan getting the afternoon off. What a great bunt and hustle he put down last night, Brendan Ryan.
Great.
In the 9th inning to get things set up.
3-0. For the strike. Jay So with the sac fly. Saunders scored it last night. Mariners win it. 3-2. Fourth consecutive win. 3-1 pitch here to Robinson. And he takes ball 4. 2 on, 2 out here in the second inning for the Mariners.
See if Mooney can come up with a clutch base hit.
A little bit of English that Kawasaki knows, and it's growing every day. He's able to extend his greeting in a bow to Doman and Phil Cuzzy. To the shortstop, they go short way. Florimon to Casilla. That'll do it for the Mariners in the second. They get a couple on, can't score them. 1-0 Twins. Set. See the Twins Monday a week in Minnesota. Let's get the results for AT&T Trivia Question. How many games have been played through last night in Major League history? I went with C. Fans, Mike went with C. I went with B. Fans went with C. Survey says Charlie, 406,000, 23 perfectos. Wow, 57,000th of the game. One out of every 17,000, 669er. And how about Safeco Field? 2 perfect games here in this ballpark out of 59 games. Man, oh man. Strike 1. So we get back to the top of the order. Felix Hernandez will be on the mound on Tuesday. He was great signing autographs. Did some long tossing pre-game, and all of a sudden I could feel a little surge in the building. To left field, Robinson was there. Nicely done. Well placed, good jump, good effort.
We've seen it 2 nights in a row with Trayvon. Good scouting report. That's where everything starts. But then the good jump, the concentration. Revere hits his ball. Looks like it's going down the line. If he doesn't come up with it, it'll be a double, maybe a triple with Revere's speed. But a good diving catch for Trayvon, similar to the one last night.
Yes, sir. Landover, defensive play of the game. Brings up Alexi Casilla. Tap back to Bevan first time.
Take another look at it. You can see the ball start slicing away from him. Good to have some speed in your outfield, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Well, we saw when we saw Kansas City twice in about a 2-week span. We saw Kane and who's the other kid?
for Kansas City.
Yeah, the other kid they put it. Both of them had just come back. They have tremendous speed out there. I think in a sec. Oh, bunt, a beauty. Casilla. Nice play by Bevan. Better play by Bevan for out number 2.
Dyson.
Yep, there you go, Dyson. Thank you. Tremendous speed out of both of those guys.
Yes.
There's Joe Mauer. Fly to center. And into the first inning.
Well, Blake needs a quick inning or two after last inning, and he has a chance here if he can get a quick out on Mauer. His pitch count back into form.
1. Cleveland Indians come in next to take on these Mariners here at Safeco Field. Swing and a miss by Mauer, 0-2. Twins will continue on in their trek against West Division clubs. They have 3 in Oakland, then 4 in Texas. Ron Gardenhire. This team playoffs multiple occasions. He's in his 11th year.
A little bit tough when 5 guys you start the season with in your rotation. You only have one of them left, and he has an ERA over 7.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
At least he's got Morneau back healthy. That's a good sign for him. Mauer's back. Missed those, a lot of those guys. Both those guys missed a lot of games last year. Puts it in play. Kawasaki gets rid of it, and Mauer an infield base hit with 2 outs here in the 3rd.
Mauer is a good athlete. He is a catcher, but he runs well. Dave mentioned last night he had a scholarship to Florida State as a quarterback. Kawasaki doing everything that he can, but he beats it by a full step.
Brings up Josh Willingham. He missed a home run by what, 6-8 inches. Hit a line drive off the top of the fence in deep left center field.
Willingham 31 home runs on the year in that line drive. Like it was going to put a hole in the fence.
Really good year. High fly ball, left center field for Saunders. Nice inning for Blake Bevan. Gives up just an infield hit to Joe Mauer. Mariners will have the top of the order when we get back. Ackley, Saunders, and Seager.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Mariners down 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, we'll have the top of the order against Samuel Duduno. Here's Dustin Ackley, got a base hit to center field in the first inning. 3 for 4 last night, a run scored, a run driven in, and a walk. Modest 4-game hitting streak.
Well, Mariners in the first couple of innings having some opportunities to drive in runs, put some pressure on Duduno, but so far haven't been able to come up with the big base hit.
Let me apologize to Mr. Ackley. He's extended the hitting streak to 5 with the base hit.
That's right.
Outside. Three-one. Thing do something here. Second walk issued by Duduno. Second time Ackley's been aboard. Brings up Michael Saunders.
Michael hit the ball hard his first time up, but it was right at the first baseman, Justin Morneau. Tried to turn a double play, but Michael was able to beat it out.
Going to get out of play. Kid went running after it. Is he going to get it? He climbs over. Oh, he got beaten out by another kid. One kid came down. He saw it all the way. He had it, tracked it, backed up, and another kid beat him to it.
I don't blame him for not diving for it. The concrete's hard.
Thank you. Base hit to center field. I thought Foreman might be able to get that.
Hit too hard.
Yes, sir. Fourth hit for the Mariners. Good foundation to what could be a big inning.
Solid base hit for Michael Saunders again. Gone through a little bit of a period where he was rolling over on that pitch and now staying back up the middle. He did it last night, and here he does it again. Hit it hard. Bring up the Mariners RBI leader, Kyle Seager, with a chance to drive in some runs here early in the game. Kyle with 68 RBIs on the season.
And a broken bat single in the first inning. Sent Saunders to third base. Double play into the inning. Fourth Mariner hit. Way outside. Chopper foul.
One of the other things with Duduno, and the reason why I think he's had some success, and 4-0 record with an ERA of 3.38, even though he struggles to throw strikes at times. So many times you see pitchers when they're struggling, they'll just start throwing fastballs and trying to throw them in the middle of the plate. He looks like he's just, without a care, is going to continue to change speeds and throw some off-speed pitches. Whether he's ahead in the count or behind the count, it doesn't seem to matter to him.
Good dig by Doman. 2-1. Mariners are in Minnesota a week from tomorrow. 3 night games and a day game. In the series that will begin this weekend in Chicago. Gets away. No, both runners. They thought about it. Got a 3-1 count. What about the advance? And said nope.
It was
stay
angles.
at home.
Yeah, I think it was angles. It looked like Dustin Ackley, because the ball, where it rolled away from the catcher dome, it looked like he didn't get a real good angle. Couldn't tell how far away it was, but Saunders at first base could see it clearly because he was almost halfway down to second. Ackley shut it down early.
Good spot here for Seager. He's got a 3-1 count. Nobody out, 2 on. Down a run to the Twins. Breaks ball 4. They're loaded up for John Jaso. That's the 3rd walk issued by Deduno. 2nd this inning. No surprise. Rick Anderson, a pitching coach, back with the ball club. Missed the first 2 days. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. There's a good spot here for John Jaso. Again, we go back, remember most of the spring training, he wasn't getting much playing time. Then when he did, he didn't hit. Started hitting in the last, week? Maybe less than that, last 5 days.
Maybe the last 3 days. He was having a miserable spring. And he started to hit some line drives right at the end of spring training, and since then he's been one of the most consistent hitters for the Mariners.
Leading hitter on the ball club, and he's up here now with bases loaded, nobody out. Good speed on the base paths. Pitch gets away. Ackley will hold at 3rd. Deduno, a walk, a single, and a walk. Have them loaded up. And Ackley at 3rd, Saunders at 2nd, Seager at 1st. 2 for 6, bases loaded for John Jaso this season. 6 runs batted in. And at 3rd, he's heading to count 2-0.
Well, the good news with John up there is he's shown the ability, when he gets ahead in the count in these types of situations, he will zone up. The pitch isn't there, he will take it.
He got 12 game-winning hits for the Mariners. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Takes a strike, 2-1.
Fastball on the outside corner, looked like he was looking for something middle in.
Juno's ready, 2-1 to Jaso. Bases loaded, nobody out. On the outside corner.
That's what's frustrating when you have a guy, we've mentioned it earlier, effectively wild. He's missing badly all over the place, and then he paints 2 pitches on the outside corner on you. Makes it difficult.
Two and 2. Breaking ball outside, counts run full. Jesus Montero's on deck. Crowd senses it. Nobody out. 3-2 pitch, and the Mariners' best hitter, John Jaso. Chop foul.
After everything being away from him, he comes back inside with one of his better fastballs at 93 miles an hour. Throws it right on the inside corner. You look at this at bat, he's all over the place. Hasn't had one mistake in the middle of the plate.
Three and 2 the count to Jaso. Nobody out. One game. RBI for Jaso. Tie ball game at 1-1. 40th RBI for John. Scoring is Ackley. And moving up, Saunders to 3rd, Seager to 2nd.
Now, we mentioned it before the game. 30 walks in 40 innings pitched for Deduno, and 3 walks here in this inning. 4 walks for the game, and we're just in the 3rd. Bring up Montero. Montero grounded out to the second baseman his first time up.
Didn't have a good at bat last night, bases loaded. is in the 7th inning. See if he can make amends here. Breaking ball for a strike.
It's a good curveball. You can see Montero flinch a little bit, I think, after the walk. Tendency as a hitter is to go up there thinking you're going to get a fastball early because the pitcher is worried about walking another batter. So it was a good first pitch curveball for a strike.
Popped up, playable. Long run, Casilla and Morneau. Casilla can't make the play. Mariners catch a break.
That's 2 breaking balls in a row, both of them in the middle of the plate. This little pop up down the line, Casilla trying to make the catch. Looked like he would have been able to run and still maybe make the catch, but I think he was getting himself to where he could do a pop-up slide, so if he had to throw to home, you have Saunders at third. He runs well, so he's trying to get himself in a position to try to catch it and get up right away. It's a lot easier to do it that way than try to stop yourself from a full sprint.
Montero 2 for 8, bases loaded this season, 6 runs batted in. He's behind 0-2. Chapter down the floor mine. Casilla. They turn a double play. They do pick up another run. 2-0 Mariners as Saunders scores.
Another off-speed pitch. Jams him a little bit. Just wait a little too long on it, and that's a room service double play. Easy to turn.
Mariners take the lead 2-1. There's 2 outs. Here's Smoke. Struck out on 3 pitches. First time.
And again, Justin with a couple of hits last night, a double and a home run.
Seager, the runner at third. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch in there for strike 1 and 2.
Five pitches in the inning. Bevins had an inning where he threw a bunch of pitches, and now the same thing here in the bottom of the third.
2-2. 6th hitter in the inning. And Samuel Deduno. San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. CenturyLink high-speed pitch. You've got Bevan at 94 and Deduno at 93. 2-2 here to Smoke. 2 out, 1 on. Full count. On deck hitter Eric Thames. Single to left his first time out. Payoff here to Smoke. That was the breaking ball. Three and 2 to Smoke. And he takes it for ball 4. 5th walk of the ball game, 4th of the inning.
It was close. 7th pitch, a 3-2 curveball. There you can see it right at the bottom of the strike zone. Phil Cuzzy thought it was a little bit low, and Justin will get the walk.
Plenty of base runners here in this inning for the Mariners. They've scored just 2 runs. 29 pitches so far this inning for Deduno.
Deduno putting 4 of them on base in this inning.
Wow. Hit hard. Blocked nicely by Morneau. Boy, it looked like a goalie for the old Minnesota North Stars on that one as the Mariners scored twice on 1 hit to take the lead at 2-1. John Casey, who was a goaltender for the Minnesota North Stars before they moved to Dallas, would have been proud of that effort by Morneau. 91 North Stars playing for the Stanley Cup. Canadian kid. I'm sure he played a little hockey in his time. Tell you what, as big as Morneau is, I bet he had to have been a center, or he might have been a defenseman. 6'4", imagine him on skates.
Looked like a pretty good goalie right there, robbing a hit from Thames. Ball was hit on the button.
2 runs on 1 hit, so the Mariners take the lead. Morneau, as it happens so often in baseball, makes a great defensive play and leads off the next half inning. Walked his first time on 4 pitches. Bevin clearly pitching around him.
All 4 pitches off the plate away, and he starts him off with a fastball off the plate away.
So the new Westminster Royals. Morneau indeed was a goaltender. Slaps one foul.
Well, that was an easy play for him then, because he didn't have any bodies in front of him blocking him.
He didn't have Espo standing in his slot.
Right.
Right into Chuck Armstrong's box. How about that? Club president. Chuck was in the back of the booth making a diving catch. 1-2. Trevor Plouffe with a sacrifice fly in the second inning, accounting for the Minnesota run. Ball and 2 strikes here to Morneau.
Pitch was, you can see how high it was, well out of the strike zone. Still able to fight it off and get a piece of it.
He wants to hit. 4 pitches, first AB. He's up there to hack. Center field, from one Canadian to another. Michael Saunders makes the catch. September 3, 4, and 5 spend the final days of summer soaking up the sun here at the ballpark, catching the stars at the same time. That's right, be here for Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez, David Ortiz, and the Boston Red Sox. They're going to take on Felix Jesus Montero and the Mariners at a midweek matchup right here at Safeco Field. For tickets to next month's Red Sox Mariners showdown, go to mariners.com. One out here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Ryan Doumit, reached on a fielder's choice. Breaking ball for a strike.
Having a solid year for the Twins. Good player when you can move him around. He's going to play the outfield today. He's catching a number of things. Moses Lake High School graduate.
Long run for Robinson and Seager. Yes, ran. Just couldn't get there.
See the green on his jersey from a diving catch he was able to make earlier in the game.
Mariners lead 2-1. Bases loaded walk. John Jaso, another run scored on a double play off the bat of Montero. Blake Bevin's got Doumit. 0-2. Here's the 1-2. Outside. Bevin deals 2-2 to Ryan Doumit. Got on that one. Ooh.
Good effort.
Sure was. The deflection didn't hurt anybody.
Oakland out in front of Cleveland 2-0 in the 5th. Playing some good baseball, aren't they?
They are. 2-2. It's outside.
Angels behind again.
How about that, huh? What was it last night, 7-0?
Yeah. Ended up losing the ball game and behind 6-1 in the 6th inning in Los Angeles.
Three and 2 to Ryan Doman.
I can't believe how many runs they're giving up with that starting staff they have down in LA.
Oh, they're getting torched. Dan Herron's having a terrible.
Yeah.
What do you got? Weaver
lost
Mariners
2 in a row after being 15-1. The Mariners giving him the first loss out of those 2 in a row.
And then Tampa Bay wore him out a couple of nights ago. Pretty good recovery by the Rays after being perfecto. They're going to Anaheim and torch the Angels. 3-2. Solid base hit. Ryan Doman. Let's check it with Angie Mentink. What else is doing?
Guys, here at the Ford Sports Desk, the O's and the Tigers fighting for that AL wildcard spot. And the Baltimore Orioles down in this one to start things off. Actually down by 5 early on, but Chris Davis gets Baltimore's offense rolling with a deep shot to left center field. And the Orioles scored 7 unanswered runs, and they go on to beat Detroit 7-5 and our Sterling Banks scoreboard. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Here's a look at your wild card race. Tampa Bay, Baltimore. Coming around the turn. A lot of action going on there. Oakland, Detroit, Angels having their issues. Trevor Plouffe. Taps one down to Seager. They get the front end. Boy, that's a nice play. Ackley getting out of the way as Doman was coming in hard. 18-wheeler, no brakes downhill.
Smart play. The thing that he had going for me is he knew the ball wasn't hit hard. No chance to turn 2, so he's able to get out of there in a hurry. Just able to get his left spike up out of the ground. That's a clean play by Doman. He basically went over the top of the bag. There's nothing wrong with that. As a second baseman, your job is to be aware and get your feet up out of the ground, and that's what he's able to do.
2 outs. Plouffe aboard on the fielder's choice. Brings up Matt Carson. Got a single to left his first time. 2-1 Mariner lead. They got 2 runs on 1 hit, left 2 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Blake was able to get ahead of Carson. 0-2 count, and he ended up leaving a breaking ball on the plate that he hit in the hole. Carson, since being called up, is off to a good start. 5 for 9.
Slow breaking ball fouled off. A couple of teams pointed in opposite directions. Mariners have won 4 consecutive games. Twins have lost 4 consecutive games in 8 of 9. Mariners getting it done lately at home. In their last 12 games, they've won 11 here at Safeco Field. Here's the 0-1.
Good pitch.
Just kind of get the guys and the boys in the dugout barking. Hey, Blue, where was that?
Bill Cuzzy, home plate umpire. Looked like he thought that pitch was off the plate away, but clearly was on the corner. He and Jaso having a conversation now.
Trevor Plouffe 0 for 3 in base stealing this season.
Conversation continuing down there.
You know it. Was it Angel Campos who had the big explosion in the Dodger game the other day?
Yeah.
Heard a story about him. He threw a catcher out. Catcher never turned around. A couple of weeks ago. Calls just like that. Good breaking ball by Bevan.
Still talking about it. I like it. Jason working hard for his pitcher.
Boy. Probably just as well we don't have it mic'd.
I would agree.
1-2. Swing and a miss. A fine pitch by Bevan to get rid of Matt Carson. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left. Home 4th coming up. You got Robinson, Kawasaki, and Ackley in this 2-1 Mariner lead.
Mariners Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Lexus. Your Lexus dealers invite you to test drive a Lexus today. By Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by the Puyallup Fair. Catch the Justin Boots playoffs of the Puyallup Pro Rodeo presented by O'Reilly September 7th to the 9th. You know, you think baseball players are really tough, but the rodeo guys, their injuries, gruesome. Back upstairs to you, Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you. Yeah, different breed apart, no question about it. It's Trayvon Robinson. Swings and fouls one off. Robinson, Kawasaki, and Ackley. Here in the fourth inning, a 2-1 Mariner lead. He sent 7 men to the plate in the third, left a couple on. Scoring twice against Samuel Deduno. 1-1.
Mariners have had runners in scoring position in all 3 innings. Able to cash a couple of them in the third. A lot of help from Deduno, walking 4 runners in the third inning.
Look out.
Little check swing from Trayvon.
Almost got Jerry White. Security guy had to bail.
Looks like everybody's okay.
Boy, that close range, they get on you in a heartbeat. Here's a 1-2, Kevin. Trayvon Robinson. Look out, same side.
Gardner backs down behind the screen.
Two guys tempting fate. 3 guys tempting fate. 2 get behind the screen. Outside, 2-2. Trayvon walked his first time up. That will stay foul. Mariners with 3 more games on this 9-game, 10-day homestand. Go on the road for 7 days and come home for another long homestand. Angels for 3, Red Sox 3, and the Oakland Athletics 3 games. That'll be the final really long homestand of this 2012 campaign. 2-2 to Trayvon Robinson.
He's putting up a fight. Deduno having to throw a lot of pitches last inning. He's up to 63 pitches now in the game. You can see he's kind of all over the place. 34 strikes, 29 balls. Kind of what we expected. You look at his numbers, 30 walks in the 40 innings he had pitched coming into the game. He had a good ERA at 3.38, but he's helped the Mariners out here today.
Check down the third. He did go, says DJ Rayburn. Wow.
We'll take a look at it. You can decide to see if he swung at it or not. I think maybe he was okay there. He didn't like the call, that's for sure. Can't say that I blame him.
All right, 1 down, and Boeing Salute to Kids Day. Michaela Donnelly joins us right now. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm great. This is an awesome way to spend my first Mariners game.
All right, your first Mariner game. All right. Have you always been a big baseball fan, or did you watch from home and everything?
Yeah, I have.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, where are you from?
Well, we just moved here in November from Maryland.
Okay. Where in Maryland did you live?
Frederick County.
Oh, yeah, sure. Not too far from Baltimore. As Morneau puts that one away. How do you like it out here?
It's great out here. I really like it. I really like it out here.
Good.
Didn't take you long to get your Mariners gear. You have a nice hat. I noticed your earrings with your Mariner gear on there. That's
yeah.
Cool. You having fun?
Yes,
good.
A lot of fun. This
good.
is awesome.
We have a pretty good seat, don't we?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you participate in sports? Play a little baseball or basketball or swimming or anything like that?
I normally do soccer.
Okay.
I've done a little bit of swimming. And I played softball when I was like 6, I think.
All right. So I'll ask you, being that you just got here, who was your favorite Oriole when you were back in the Frederick, Maryland area?
I didn't really vote for the Orioles. I didn't do a lot of baseball. We didn't live there long.
Okay.
So.
Well, good to have you here. This is a real treat for you. Treat for us to have you here. It's a bouncing ball to Casilla. Ackley hustling, and they just get him. We got a few minutes on TV. Stay here. You're going to be on the big screen here in the ballpark. That's going to be pretty cool. You can wave to about 20,000 people. Not bad. Michaela Donnelly joining us here. Boeing Salute the Kids Day. We'll be back with more right after this. About to start the top of the fifth. Mariners lead at 2-1, looking for a sweep of the Minnesota Twins to go 5-1 on this homestand. Hey, the trading deadline may have come and gone, but there's still some exchanges to be made at Safeco Field this month. Tuesday, Mariners trading card night, thanks to Panasonic. King Felix will be on the mound, taking on the Indians. A 7:10 start time. First 15,000 fans take home a partial set of Mariner baseball cards. Swap them with your fellow friends and fans. So get your tickets at trading card night. Mariners.com.
Well, Blake had a clean first inning. Hasn't been able to do that since. So working here in the fifth with his pitch count up to 72 now. He'd like to have a quick inning.
Foreman to left center field. That's going to get down. It's trouble. He can run too. Saw him get a triple the other day all the way to the track. He'll shut it down right there. Saunders gets it back in. Foreman, his first double.
Going with a pitch. It's a fastball. Running away from him. Go to the middle away. Piece of hitting. McDonald Supermo. Great shot of him keeping his head down in the hitting area as he drives it out to left center field. Saunders cuts it off right in front of the fence. He looked like he had ideas about going to third too. I think if he would have been able to get that ball up against the fence, he'd have tried it.
Yep.
Good play from Saunders.
Big change from that first at bat. An 11 pitch at bat before striking out. Did Florimon. Now back to the top of the order, and Ben Revere.
Probably going to try to bunt, move him along.
Take it with him. Revere. Ian Maurer started the day at 319, third best in the American League behind Trout and the Angels and Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers.
Revere was not sacrificed. He was trying to bunt for a base hit. He was going to try to bunt it towards Ackley and see if he could beat it out.
Revere has made the highlights many a night this last year and a half with some of the most incredibly acrobatic and athletic catches you ever want to see. Favorite though was when I think he was trying to get a triple and he stumbled and went into a full somersault, came out of the somersault,
that's right.
stuck the landing and kept going to third. That was remarkable. I think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. He's up there trying to battle right now. We're looking for Blake to maybe have a quick inning. It doesn't look like that's going to happen with the leadoff double and Revere now fouling pitches off.
Good battle here indeed. 0-2. Swing. Jaso throws down the first. Big out. Blake's third strikeout. Strikeout 2-3.
Yeah, another good pitch. It looks like a curveball at 72 miles an hour. It is. You can see the spin on it in our McDonald's Supermo. The rotation of the ball as he swings over the top of it. Jaso, great job of keeping that in front of him so Blake can get the strikeout. Not able to move the runner along. So Dave, you're right. That is a big out. They'll have to get it the hard way with a base hit if they want to drive in a run now.
You had to put a grade on bunting in baseball these days, the year 2012.
Poor.
Speed pitch.
I just don't think the guys work on enough. I mean, typically we watch them, they come out batting practice, everybody drops down a couple each line just to get it over with, but you don't see guys working on it.
No. Such a great weapon.
You know, I was talking to some people today, even the other part of it too is I think these guys are accelerated to the major leagues through the minor leagues that they typically don't bunt down there. You know, you go and you look at it, you rarely see them having any sacrifice bunts. They're down there swinging away, trying to get here as quickly as they can.
I understand it, but that's missing on a finer point. There's 1-1. The other thing, guys who can really run, you don't see them practice. That's a ball, 2-1. The push bunt for a right-hander to second base, the drag bunt for a right-hander down to third, a lefty. You don't see him do that. And
no.
You see guys more often than not. What do we see? 90% of them fouled off.
Well, I think the game, it obviously changed. So the home run was such a big deal, and now that the game has come back and scoring's not quite what it used to be, I think that those are things that maybe we'll see over the next few years. Good pitch from Blake. That we'll see over the next few years, guys getting back to that type of game because it is so important. And you look at the Mariners this year, how many close games they have played, and those fundamental things, what a difference that can make for you. I think that you're really going to see these guys at the lower levels, at the minor league levels, make them work on those types of things more hit and runs, getting the bunts down, working on stealing more bases. I think that's going to be a big part of this game over the next 4 or 5 years.
Somewhere John J. McGraw is standing and saluting you on that one. I agree. Two. Up and into Casilla. Mariners are 18-20 in one-run games this season. Alexi Casilla, 1 out, a 3-2 pitch. Joe Mauer on deck. Pulls it down to Smoke, takes care of himself. Down to third goes Florimon. Here's Angie Mente.
Guys, right after Felix Hernandez threw that perfect game against the Rays, they headed down the coast to take on the Angels for 3. And Mike Trout, the MVP candidate, doing his best to keep the Angels in the wild card race. Bottom of the 4th inning, Trout getting a hole of 1. That's his 24th long ball of the season. But the Rays right now, giving the Halos the business. It's our Sterling Bank score right now. It is 6-2 in the top of the 7th. Gentlemen.
My goodness. So I'm hit one into the rocks over beyond the left field fence in last night's game. It's Tampa Bay, Baltimore. Right now holding the wild card spots.
I think he's going to be a good player, Dave.
And you base that on what?
5 tools. 20 years old. Start with that.
Man. Leadoff guy with pop, speed, throwing arm.
He'll do everything.
Jumping ability.
Yeah.
Hitting for a high average of 343. Starting today, leading the American League.
We talked about it. I like seeing Harper in Washington. I like seeing the young guys do well. It's good for the game in general. Good for baseball. It's good to see some young talent.
Speaking of Washington, 74 wins going into today, the most in the major leagues. 4-game lead over Atlanta. Maurer fouls one off.
And just staying away from him. One of those guys you really need to mix it up. Stay in one area. Eventually he's going to hurt you. Dave mentioned he's hitting .320 right now standing in at this at bat. Already 1 for 2 in the game.
Two to Maurer. Breaking ball fouled away.
Have they set a date yet to sit down Strasburg in Washington?
Have not. They lead right now 5-0, top 6 over the Mets. Gio Gonzalez on the mound, but closing in. I'm surprised they didn't, just start skipping starts and whatnot. I mean, they make the playoffs and you're going in without your horse. That's going to be crazy. I heard Tommy John saying, hey, after I got the first one, I made 31 starts. I'm Tommy John.
I saw an interview with Davey Johnson. He said they're going to shut him down.
All in 2 strikes.
Next pitch will be 90 for Blake. 66 strikes. 21 batters he's faced. 17 first pitch strikes. So that's a good number for him. He needs to make a quality pitch here to get out one of the better hitters in this league.
2 outs, tying run at third. 1-2 to Joe Mauer. Trayvon Robinson shading towards the left field line. That pitch, oh man, just outside. 2-2.
Well, you can see it, 6 pitch. It's off the plate.
Texas 11-2 final, winning at Toronto. Behind Matt Harrison is 14-7. Bevins got a 2-2. 2 outs and a good hitter in Joe Mauer at the plate. Broken bat, slow roller. A scoop from Ackley and a good job by Bevan to get out of trouble. He's through 5 with a 2-1 lead. We'll have Saunders, Seager, and Jaso coming up. Trying to complete the sweep of the Minnesota Twins. Time for a Banner Bank building to the future. How about last night in Tacoma? Franklin Gutierrez making his first rehab start. 1 0 for 2. Hector Nuesi took a no-no into the 8th. Sean Kelly finished the 1-hit shutout. And Mike Wilson, a 2-run homer in the 8th inning. Familiar names indeed. There's Michael Saunders showing bunt, taking a strike.
Michael 1 for 2. Scored a run in the game.
One.
They hit him.
Sure did.
Good start for the Mariners again. Mariners in this series, game 1 scored 5 runs, 3 runs last night. Ended up winning both of those games, 2 runs so far tonight. As we take a look, our McDonald Supermo, that's a curveball. Just gets him. Bounce, it looked like came up and hit him on the shin.
First time Saunders has been hit by a pitch this year.
Kyle Seager, 1 for 1, had a base hit in the first inning and walked in the third. He was one of 4 walks in the third inning.
Creeping in at third is Plouffe, and a swing and a miss. I know Saunders is a big Vancouver Canuck fan. I'm willing to bet that Morneau is as well. Both hail from British Columbia. Seager's behind 0-2.
Now looked like he was getting after it on the first 2 hacks. Normally is more controlled type of swing. He looked like he was trying to do some damage early. He have to battle his way back in this AB.
One, two. Could not entice him to offer at it. 1-2 here. Kyle Seager. Saunders with 16 stolen bases, leads the ball club. Seager's got a 1-2 count. Seager, the Mariner RBI leader with 68.
Why not send him? Chance to run.
Seager at the plate, Jaso behind him.
Yeah, looked like he was leaning a little bit. Sometimes managers will keep that runner at first and keep the hole open on the right side with the first baseman holding him on. There's the pitch out. Gardenhire thinking the same thing. Maybe it was time. Guessed wrong.
Two, nobody out. Contact hitter. Hit and run here?
I don't think so with Kyle. I think they'll let him go ahead and hit.
Runner takes off. Here's a throw by Noman, not in time. Stolen base. Boy, that's a heck of a play by Foreman to
really
get that ball, right?
Yes.
Make the grab it and get back in tag position.
Well, the big thing is he's running hard to get to the bag in time, and then he had to spin back around. And a ball that was thrown in the dirt and backhanded to keep it in front of him and keep Saunders from potentially getting to third. Good play. Another stolen base for Michael Saunders. Great look for our McDonald Supermo. Good play from Florimont.
Seager with an RBI opportunity. 17th stolen base by Saunders. 3-2 pitch. Way outside. Back-to-back plate appearances, walks for Seager. And that's walk number 6 issued by Daduna. Jaso with nobody out, 2 on. Walked with the bases loaded last time, brought in a run. All right, the Jaso fan club in the house, up in the upper right field stands. Take one to John, hit into a double play and a bases loaded walk.
Ben Revere, the center fielder, shading towards the left field. The gap in right center. That's another thing that has to be tough. Positioning guys, see Jeff Gray getting loose in the pen for the Twins. Positioning your defense when you have a pitcher that isn't really sure of where he's going to pitch the baseball.
That's not a lot of laughs.
No. You basically have to go off the tendencies of the hitter.
Sure. And then hope. Up the middle, Casilla. Flormont, that's all they'll get. Just quick hands by Alexi Casilla. Down to third. Saunders.
The quick release, just flip it to the shortstop. The other thing that he did well too is after he flipped it, he takes his hands away from the ball so the shortstop can see it. Sometimes when you get close, guys get really quick and it's tough to see the ball.
Yeah.
So he did everything he could to help the shortstop out, knowing there wasn't going to be a chance to turn to. Just make sure you get that out at second. That'll bring up Montero.
Tell you what, I think we don't talk enough about how good some of these athletes are at second and short. I mean, it's unbelievable what they have to do.
How quick they are with their hands and getting rid of the ball and protecting themselves at the same time.
There you go. Protection element.
Yeah.
Because if you're not good at that, you're going to be in left field on a regular basis getting bounced.
Well, the good ones, and especially the veteran guys you see that have been around a little bit, they can use the base too to help. They'll protect themselves and go into different areas.
1-0 to Montero. Swing and a miss.
Montero hasn't had a good day. He's 0 for 2. Put the ball on the ground twice last time, turned into a double play.
Coming off an 0 for 4 last night. Didn't play in Friday's game. One pitch. Breaking ball, catch that inside corner.
The Mariners have a couple of runs. I have them 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Oof.
Actually, I think it's 0 for 6 now.
Well, he managed to get a piece of that. That looked like a good pitch. He barely got a piece.
It was just below the knees, right on the inside corner. Probably the only reason why he was able to get a piece of it. If he throws that pitch on the outside corner, probably a swing through it. He has a good curveball. Talking to Dan Gladden about it, and he was saying that his curveball, one of his best pitches, he just has a tough time getting to it.
A 1-2 count to Montero. 1 out. Runners at the corner. Baby, that's a nice catch by Flormont. That kid's a good athlete. 2 down. Two outs.
Yeah, another pitch inside. Jams him just enough to give Flormont a chance to get back there and make the catch. An athletic play. Jason was already halfway down to second base. I don't think he thought he was going to have a chance at it. That'll keep a run off the board.
Flormont 6'2" and some good ups. Formerly with the Orioles organization. Smoke with a chance now. See if he can come up with a 2-out RBI. 2 or 3.
Justin is 0 for 1 in the game. He has a strikeout looking, and he walked his last time up.
2 strikeouts, 6 walks by Deduno. Blake Bevan has struck out 3 and walked 1. Popped it up. Casilla is there. I apologize for the expletive that you're going to hear on occasion here in a Major League Baseball game. 2-1 Mariners.
Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. Dave and Mike, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Cloudy day, comfortable day. Lights on here at Safeco Field, a 2-1 Mariner lead. Looking for their 5th consecutive win, trying to go 5-1 on this homestand with Cleveland coming to town. Boeing salute to Kids Day. And many of these kids are going to be running around the bases at the conclusion of the game. They got a Felix Hernandez t-shirt. Timing couldn't have been better. Felix coming off the perfecto on Wednesday against the Tampa Bay Rays. Blake Bevan on the mound, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up a run on 5 hits.
Oh,
there we go, killing some dryers. Just crush it, kid. Go ahead and ask Mom for more. Taking his time, savoring every spoonful. Josh Willingham leads it off. Willingham, Justin Morneau, and Ryan Doman.
somebody that's been known to enjoy some ice cream from time to time.
Amen, brother.
There's some timing to that, isn't it? You don't want to wait too long. You can't have it melt.
That's exactly right. There's an art form, baby. On the ground, Kawasaki. Nice play.
Good play.
Still want to watch Jeff Datz in action with some ice cream. I remember last year telling me about, sometimes my wife will argue over ice cream, then sometimes she'll just take that half-gallon and a spoon. Here, you do it. Put it in front of him. He says, I kill it.
Yeah, she's not getting any of that back.
No. I believe that is the first, maybe the second play by Mr. Kawasaki today. It was an infield hit. Somebody had an infield. And he gets a stop face first, gives it a shot. Morneau beats it out, base hit.
Looks like when he dove for it, he just stuck to the ground. And if you slide, you can get to your feet a little bit quicker.
Yeah, did a little face plant. I want to hear what that one.
I've done that before. It hurts.
At least he did it on grass. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. There you go. We're starting to get late into this season. Tribe is in for the final time. Then we go to the White Sox for the last time. See the Twins for 4 days. 3 night games and a day game. And then come home for a nice homestand against Angels, Red Sox, and the A's. Ryan Doman, base hit to center field last time up. Long it back. A's 7-0 over Cleveland, bottom 7 in Oakland. Texas beat Toronto 11-2, and top of the 8th. Angels trailing at home to Tampa Bay 6-2. About to get swept.
Carter Capps getting loose in the Mariners bullpen. Blake now at 96 pitches. That's a great look. You can see the arm speed come through there.
It's unbelievable.
Young man throws 100 miles an hour.
That's well stroked. Base hit. Back to bat. Back to back hits by Doman.
Well, he gets an off speed pitch. It's down and in. Right in that happy zone for left-handed hitters. And that'll bring out Eric Wedge after that line drive.
So 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th. Eric Wedge coming to get his starters. Going to bring on the hard-throwing rookie Carter Capps. Take a break. And you may want to call your friends. Come see this kid throw 100 miles an hour. Get back right after this.
Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Good to have so many kids. Good crowd on hand here. 22,635. Blake Bevan, his day's done. He leaves with the lead.
5 1/3 for Blake. Gave up 7 hits. 1 run. It was earned. Just 1 walk. 97 pitches for Blake. 72 of those for strikes. They threw a lot of strikes today. 1 walk. Looked like it was a little bit intentional, and that was 2 more. No. Take a look at our Nissan shift to the bullpen. It brings us Carter Capps. Only 3 1/3 innings for him so far. 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. The man started the year in Double-A, and yes, he will get some high digits on that radar gun.
Trevor Plouffe, his first hitter. Way outside.
Started with a slider. Bevan's responsible for the 2 runners. Morneau over at second base, and Domet is at first.
Capps we saw him on Monday. So fouled off. Capps pitched an inning, walked 3, struck out 1. Rays 4-1 loss to the Rays. Mariners 4-1 loss to the Rays.
Oliver Perez, the left-hander, is getting loose in the Mariner pen now. There's Oliver.
Perez with a 2.00 ERA in his 20 games. Done a nice job.
Yeah. Good pitch.
3-1.
So it's some pitches either on the corners or at the bottom of the strike zone. Phil Cuzzy hasn't really liked them today.
(3-1). And he walked him, and that loads him up. Eric Wedge certainly getting a look-see from a lot of performers here as we come down the stretch. After today, 40 games remain on the schedule.
See Blake Bevan watching in the dugout. He'd like to see a strikeout or a double play ball would be even better right here. Carson 1 for 2 and a single in the second inning, and then struck out swinging in the 4th.
Called up last couple of days. He's been pretty impressive in this series. Ball 1 from Capps. Infield hit by Morneau. Base hit Domet to right field, and now the walk. Bases are loaded for the Twins. 1-run lead for the Mariners. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Seattle. A run on 7 hits, no errors for the Twins.
This is another situation for Eric Wedge to find out where Carter is at. Obviously he has the great arm, but put him in a situation with some runners on as opposed to having him start an inning. See if he can work his way out of it.
They say a high stress situation. And 2-0.
And here comes Carl Willis. Carl does a really good job with all these young pitchers, doesn't he? Felix Hernandez and Vargas, a couple of veterans that he doesn't have to worry too much about. But when you look at the bullpen and the rest of the starters, yes, keep them all in line right now, just trying to calm the situation down a little bit.
Trust your catcher. Bevan, boy, his anxiety scale right now got to be pretty high in this high leverage situation. Brothers and sisters from the world of sabermetrics call it.
There are a couple of veterans.
(2-0) the count. 1 out. Bases loaded. Mariners nursing a 1-run lead. Matt Carson, the right fielder. Base hit the left and a strikeout so far today. There's a strike. 2-1. It's the second strike thrown by Capps. 2-1. Can't get that low zone, huh? On deck, Pedro Flormont. Got the second deck. Just looked up and the ball landed right in his hands after ricocheted off the his side and somebody's hand in the top deck. Got a souvenir. Full count here. Here we go. Pitch to Carson. Strike him out. Good heat. 98 miles an hour. Carter caps route number 2.
This pitch above the belt and on the inside corner at 98 miles an hour. You can see the rotation on our McDonald's Supermo as the ball runs in on the hands. Not many right-handers are going to be able to get to that pitch at 98 miles an hour.
It's a good looking pitch. A lot of late run. Good stuff. Flormont is the batter. Strikeout and a double. Ooh, looked like Phil Cuzzy was good. I thought his right hand was going up. Ball 1.
He's not offering any help to any of the pitchers on either side of the field. Tight zone today.
Going to get out of it. Here comes Saunders. Great speed. No problem. He's there. So Carter Capps got a little hot there. A little tight for the young man. Blake Bevan shaking his head. Yeah, baby, I still lead. I got a chance to win this ball game. Mariners get out of a bases loaded situation. Situation. Still lead it 2-1. Make sure you subscribe to MLB.tv today. Take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Mariners out of market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Eric Thames, ground ball foul. Lead it off. Thames, Robinson, and Kawasaki bottom third. Too much ice cream, a little brain freeze. Put the hoodie on.
Oh, just rest up for another cup in about an inning.
Good approach.
Well, the Mariners have runners in scoring position in 4 of the 5 innings they've had a chance to hit. Came up with 2 runs in the 3rd. They haven't done a very good job of hitting with runners in scoring position today.
Ooh, a throw and duck special. Goodness gracious. Base hit. Blistering line drive. 2 hits today for Eric Thames. Almost hit the bag, too, as it got past the pitcher.
McDonald's Supermo shows you the spin of a curveball. Eric does a good job of waiting back, barrels that one up.
Great extension. Great extension.
See what Trayvon Robinson has for us. Trayvon 0 for 1. He walked in the second inning and then had a strikeout in the fourth.
Jeff Gray, the former Mariner, warming up. Inside to Trayvon. Walking a strikeout looking thus far. Looking to put it in play here.
.91 pitches.
Tell you what, he's not bad. I mean, he's got the walks.
He
just
has really good stuff.
Yeah.
The run on his fastball is good. He's been right on 92, 93.
Play here. 1-6-3. Indians come to town tomorrow. Valdo Jimenez, Kevin Millwood, Roberto Hernandez, the former Fausto Carmona against Felix Hernandez. Zach McAllister against Sashi Iwakuma. But you can see when
he has a good curveball. And
yeah.
Again, I think because he's all over the place as a hitter, it's difficult to put him in a zone or to sit on a pitch because he's shown he'll throw his curveball or his changeup anytime. But his stuff is there. You know, it'd be an interesting thing to see if the Twins hang in there with him and maybe over the course of the winter do some work going to spring training and see if they can polish him up a little bit to where he keeps his walks down. But the stuff is certainly there.
The other thing too, he has the nerve, the guile, and the guts. Hey, I'm gonna throw it up there in terms
he's not afraid.
Yeah, I mean, and in terms of break, snapping things off.
Yeah.
.63, 190. Turned 29 on July 2nd.
Looks like Oliver Perez should be at the top of the 7th inning against the Twins. He's up throwing again in the pen.
Kawasaki 0 for 2. Two runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Mariners. A run on 7 hits, no errors for Minnesota. There's won 3-2 last night, 5-3 on Friday. 1-2. Nobody on. Play Kawasaki shallow and towards left. Twins outfield. 1-2. Kawasaki can keep it going. Ackley will swing the bat here in the 6th.
100th pitch coming up.
Singing ball to the shortstop, Florma. Goes out the Mariner shortstop. And that'll do it. Double play, big part of that 6th inning, a 2-1 Mariner lead. Later on today, we're going to relive the perfect game performance by Felix Hernandez in a special edition of Mariners All Access. We're going to hear from the King just moments after the final out and discover when Felix's coaches and teammates knew something special was in the cards. All this and more today at 4:30 right here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Very comfortable, cloudy day here in Seattle. Always salute the kids. This has always been a perfect picture to us. Been doing a lot of talk shows around the country. Buddies of mine have shows, and that's one thing I keep telling them. Felix loves it here in Seattle. Not looking to move as Oliver Perez takes over. And what a good guy he is. And we've seen that maturation over the last, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, I think that when you have a pitcher of his caliber, top echelon type of pitcher, and he's somebody that over the course of the last, especially 3 years or so, when things have been a struggle, never hear him complaining, always supporting his teammates. And nobody competes harder than he does. So it says a lot about that young man and what he has been able to accomplish already with one Cy Young Award and pushing hard to get another.
He's right there. Ben Revere leading it off top of the order for the Minnesota Twins. Seager in on the grass at third. Revere, a very good athlete with tremendous speed. Perez done a nice job out of the bullpen. 0-2.
Long-time starter, in the bullpen. I agree. His fastball, at times he's topped out at 96 miles an hour. He's consistently 94. Good slider.
I'm talking to Jamie Navarro about him because he says Perez comes in snarling. They're not going to hit me. Just ready. Hey, let's go. He shows it with the body language. Very defiant.
Well, that's one of the things that I've noticed about him. I saw him pitch enough when he was over in the National League, and as a starter, he had a different mindset. But from here, it just seems like he's doing everything he can just to pump himself up, and it's worked.
Jack Zarenzik and Eric Wedge and company said, hey, you need to reinvent yourself. Not a bad way to go as a lefty out of the bullpen. Pitch a couple, 3 guys at a time.
Stay in this game for a long time doing that, especially if you can come in throwing strikes.
2-2. And Revere.
Josh Kenny getting loose in the Mariners pen now. Eric Wedge will mix and match the rest of the way through.
Right now, pitcher of record for the Mariners is Blake Bevan. Stands to win his 8th win. Get his 8th win.
Kenny probably getting ready for Willingham. And Revere, a lefty. Switch hitter Casilla on deck, and then Maurer, the lefty.
2-2. It seems like Perez takes a lot of joy in working left-handers. Dropping down, coming from the first base
side. That's to be uncomfortable for him. Again, his fastball in that 95-mile-an-hour range and a sweeping slider, and he's dropping down on you. That's not a lot of fun. They don't get to see that much. I think that's one of the reasons why he's been effective. Yep. Arm angle.
3-2. Pitch. Nice job by Revere to stay alive. Goes that bat. Perez doing his job and covering. Nice feed by Smoke. Those of you who like to.
I do. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Some unusual minutia. 1,073 plate appearances for Mr. Michael Saunders. And he got hit on appearance number 1,074. Ended a streak. He had never been hit before.
That's amazing.
And he was tied with Danny Valencia, who just was recently traded away from these Twins.
Former third baseman here with the Twins.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Second on the list now, starting today at 877 appearances, Mr. Ackley.
This pretty quick. He might run that up there past Saunders.
Yeah, I hear you. Lexi Castillo for 3. Kept him in the infield. Cigarette at third.
Well, 2 pretty good pitches and didn't get the call on either one of them. Phil Cuzzy opened things up a little bit. 2 pitches on the corner, one on the inside and one on the outside corner. Didn't get either call.
2-0. He is really throwing hard.
Well, I think that may be one of the differences for him too. He's not worried about having to pitch 6 or 7 innings. He knows he typically comes in, get a couple of hitters or maybe 1 inning. So he doesn't have to save anything. He can just get after it.
Empty the bag.
Yep. Charlie will join things out in the pen. Good to have him back. An opportunity to pitch in last night's game.
2/3 of an inning scoreless for Furbush last night. Here's a 3-1 to Casilla. So he's aboard with a walk. Comes Joe Mauer. Fly to center. Infield hitting the ground out to second. Mauer, a good double play candidate. Team high 20. Strike 1. Willingham on deck. Big sweeping breaking ball, strike 2.
You don't see Mauer take many swings like that last one. It's a slider. He missed it. Looked like about a foot. Typically he stays on everything. On McDonald Supermo again, you can see the swing of Mauer way out in front of it. Good pitch from Perez. Throw it again.
1-2 to Mauer. Big pitch at 0-2. Strike 3 call. That's a big one. Joe Mauer's retired. 2 outs. Shaking his head as he goes back to the dugout.
This is the fastball. 94 miles an hour. Looks like it's right on the inside corner and at the knees. And with that strikeout, that'll bring out Eric Wedge. He's going to get Josh Kinney to pitch to the right hand and hitting Willingham.
So a ground out, a walk, and a strikeout. Oliver Perez. They'll bring in the right-hander Kenny to face the always tough Josh Willingham.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, AT&T Rethink Possible. This is exactly what you would see if you could take Dave Sim's brain and put it on fast forward from prior to the game starting until now. Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Josh Kenny warming up. He is the fourth Mariner pitcher this afternoon.
Look at the numbers for Josh. Again, he will throw his slider. That's his out pitch facing the right-hander in Willingham. We saw that matchup the other day and used his slider effectively against him. I'm sure he'll stay with it here today. That is his out pitch.
You got a tough hombre here, Josh Willingham coming up.
Well, when he faced him the other day, he had a slider left at middle end, and Willingham hit it hard, but it was just foul. And then after that, he was able to keep it away from him and retire him. You can see what Willingham has done. He's 1 for 3 with a double. That double off the top of the fence in the second inning and ended up scoring the 1 run for the Twins.
So Willingham's second look at Kenny.
Good idea to keep an eye on Casilla at first base.
14 out of 15 in base stealing. Twins number 5 in the league. Stolen bases. There he goes. Great jump. No chance. Stolen base. Casilla his 15th.
And a great jump. Stole that off of Kenny. See Jaso trying to rush it a little bit on his exchange and dropped it. Great jump. Jaso making a trip out to the mound, making sure he'll go through a series of signs now with a runner at second, making sure he's on the same page with Kenny.
Tying run down there with 2 outs. Big spot for Kenny to get an important hitter. Cleanup man Josh Willingham. High fly ball staying in the yard. Trayvon Robinson with room. Josh Kenny gets the job done. Beautiful. Home 7th coming up. Mariners holding on to a 2-1 lead. 2-1 Mariners. It's been a good run here in this homestand. 4-1 for the Mariners. Take a look at today's game summary. Not a lot of scoring, some good pitching. Take you back to the second inning. This is Trevor Plouffe. Runner at third. Sacrifice fly. And the Twins on the board, 1-0. In the third inning. At man again, John Jay saw a bases loaded walk this time. That ties the score at 1-1. Montero, bases loaded, double play turn, run scores. Mariners have a 2-1 lead, and that's where we are right now. As they're about to play the bottom of the seventh, and here's former Mariner Jeff Gray.
Jeff's numbers a 5.13 ERA, 47 in the third innings pitched for him. I'd be familiar when he was with the Mariners. Good fastball. He'll be in the low to mid 90s with his fastball. Use a slider effectively. Opponents averaged 270 against him. He's given up 6 home runs this year. He'll have to start off with the top of the lineup for the Mariners. It'll be Ackley, Saunders, and Seager here in the bottom of the seventh inning.
Let's check in with Angie Mentic.
Guys, the Dodgers headed east to take on the NL wild card leading Braves, and that's where we go right now. Scoreless in the fifth. That is until Luis Cruz stepped up and launched a rocket to left for his 4th of the year. The Dodgers blanked the Braves 5-0 in our Sterling Banks score. I think we're ready to go now, guys. Back to you.
Dustin Ackley will stand in with you, Angie. It's Jeff Gray, top of the order. Ackley, Saunders, and Seager. First pitch outside. Ackley today, base hit to center, walk and run scored, and a ground out to second. Stroked into right field, line drive. Can't get it! Matt Carson, I don't think he saw it. Looked like he was angling over, had a beat on it. Next thing you know, was by him. A double, a leadoff double for Dustin Ackley.
Either that or he just flat misjudges it. This is a line drive off the bat of Ackley. McDonald Supermo, you can see his head staying right there in the hitting area, barrels it up. And it's a screaming line drive out into right field. And you can see Carson reaching up as the ball goes over his head. So a leadoff double for Ackley to get the Mariners a chance for an insurance run here in the bottom of the seventh inning.
17th double for Ackley. Second hit today. 5-game hitting streak working. Here's Saunders.
Morneau's playing back at third. Normally you'd bunt this to the third baseman, but he's playing up. Plouffe is playing up. Take it with you. With the way Michael can run, he might get a hit.
Ball one.
And now Morneau after that will come up, play even with the bag at first.
High drive right field. Going back Carson. Running out of room. Goodbye. 2-run homer. Michael Saunders. And the Mariners take a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the seventh inning. For Saunders, his 11th home run. RBIs 36 and 37. His first home run since July 24th.
I like this play a lot. It's something that I learned back with Lou Piniella. If you can square around the bunt on the first pitch and they throw a ball, sometimes they turn you loose. The thing they would tell you, typically you will get a fastball in the middle of the plate because they think you're just giving the at-bat away. And that's what Michael does here in a 1-0 count after faking the bunt. Gets a fastball middle of the plate and rides it out of here. Good looking swing. Michael's second base hit of the game. 2 for 3 now with that 2-run homer.
Career best home runs now for Saunders with his 11th. That was our Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. 1-0 count. He hit it 398 feet. Beautifully done.
Take another look at the swing by Michael. Gone through about a 2-week stretch where he was struggling. Felt like he was going to get back to his strength, staying up in the middle of the field. Puts a good swing on that left center field. Right in the hat. Good catch out there with the hat.
Sure was.
You can see the Mariners taking advantage one of the leadoff hitters getting on. The Mariners have had the leadoff hitter on in 5 of the 7 innings in this afternoon's game.
What was it last night? Leadoff runner in the 5th and the 6th. Didn't get anybody home, left 3 runners on in those 2 innings. Breathing room here. The Mariners had been in 38 one-run games entering today, 18 and 20. 1-2. Sager to left field. Willingham has it sliced right back to him. First out. John Jason, double play, bases loaded, walk, and an RBI. Reached on a fielder's choice. 2 for 2. Good to see Saunders get back on a home run trail.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a while.
July 24th. That was here against the Yankees. Sun breaking through. Most sunlight we've had today. 2-0 here to Jason. Ray staying away from him. Montero's on deck. Three one. And Jason works another walk, his second today. Chance to get some more here for the Mariners. 1 out. Hey, this Wednesday, forget the brown bag lunch. Come on out here to Safeco Field. Get a hot dog, mustard, a couple of cold ones, adult beverages or not, when the Mariners take on the Cleveland Indians. U.S. Bank Mariners matinee, special start time 12:40. Get your ticket. 9-inning long lunch right here at Safeco Field at Mariners.com. Montero. First baseman Gonzalez, he did not go. Montero 0 for 1 against Jeff Gray. Mariners got a home run from Smoke yesterday. Friday night against the Twins. Jaso hit a home run, so did Oliva. One 1 to Montero. Left field, Carson towards the line. Makes the catch, 2 outs.
Really turned out to be a big break for the Mariners on the line drive by Ackley. It looked like it was a ball that he probably should have caught, but took a bad route to it, whether he couldn't see it or it was just hit harder than he expected it to be. But it turned out to be a big play in this game.
He's got old school flip downs out there as well.
Typically on a line drive like the one Ackley hit, you're not going to need the glasses. It's more whether it was lost in the stands with all the white shirts on a Sunday day game, or if he just misjudged it.
Hit hard through the hole. Base hit for Mr. Smoke. Jaso digging for third. Throw by Carson, cut off. So 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at the corners for the Mariners. First hit for Smoke today.
Following up the 2-hit performance yesterday. Yesterday had a couple hits, a double and a home run. And right here he gets a nice base hit on a fastball. Up middle of the plate. Hit it hard into right field. Give Eric Thames an opportunity to drive in a run. The Mariners 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. That one hit was the home run by Saunders. But Thames already with 2 hits in the game.
Minnesota pitching has issued 7 walks, the most Mariners have benefited from. It's 8 a couple of times this season, once from the Angels. Strike 1 to Thames. Base hit to left, ground out the first, and a single to center. As you look at John Jaso down at third. And you got Smoke at first. Blows one by Morneau. Scoring is Jaso. Smoke will motor to third. Digging for second, an RBI double. Eric Thames, 5-1 Seattle. RBI for Thames, his 17th, and a 3-hit day for Big E.
And the one out that he made was a rocket that he hit right at Morneau at first base. This time he's able to hit it by him. Morneau coming off of the bag after holding the runner on, and he hits this ball hard right inside of the first base bag, and Morneau can't get back in time to get to it. So Thames with 3 hits, including that double and an RBI.
Very nice.
Yep, good afternoon.
Trayvon Robinson will be the 8th man coming to the plate here for the Mariners. Big 2-out RBI for Thames.
Mariners scoring some runs again. 5 runs now this afternoon. Anthony Swarzak and loosen the pen for the Twins. Good fastball from Swarzak. He'll be mid-90s with his fastball. But Gray will stay in the game and face Trayvon Robinson. Trayvon looking for his first base hit. He does have a walk in the game. 0 for 2.
Single can get him a couple RBIs here. 5-1. Mariners with breathing room. 2-run homer by Saunders. Now the RBI by Thames. Trayvon's got, they say, 2 ducks on the pond here. Michael Saunders on a 1-0 pitch, a 398-foot home run into the right field stands. His first homer since July 24th here against the Yankees. Chop foul. First 6 innings. Duduno in Minnesota held the Mariners to 2 runs on 5 hits, but here in the 7th inning against Jeff Gray, the former Mariner, 3 runs on 4 hits, including that big 2-run homer. Count here, 2-1. Five runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Mariners, and run on 7 hits, no errors for Minnesota. Mariners have stranded 7. Minnesota stranded 9 today. Hit it on the button, but right to Casilla. Good inning nonetheless for the Mariners. Ackley got it started. Big blow by Saunders. Drives in 2 with the home run, and an RBI by Thames extends the lead to 5-1. in the 8th. And fans, be sure to check out the all-new Root Sports Game Connect, an interactive second screen experience bringing fans closer to the game with live stats, trends, and analysis. Root Sports Game Connect. Connect now at rootsports.com. Josh Kenny came in, got the final out of the 7th inning. Got a fly ball off the bat of Josh Willingham with a man aboard. Now he'll face Morneau, Doman, and Plouffe here in the 8th.
With the Mariners scoring those 4 runs, he can leave Kenny in the game. Eric Wedge can. If you're protecting a 1-run lead, you probably see a left-hander in the game.
Morneau a walk, ground, fly to center, and an infield base hit.
Charlie Furbush had been up earlier.
Strike 2. Bright sunshine now breaking through the clouds. Sunshine out. Trayvon Robinson, he's got sunglasses on. Michael Saunders has sunglasses on. Eric Thames without the sunglasses.
And you can see Trayvon pointing up to the sun, looking at Saunders to let him know he needs some help.
Dropped by Jaso.
Glenn Perkins, left-hander for the Twins.
Used to be a starter for them.
Yes, he did.
0-2. There's a lot of breaking balls.
He does. One slider after the other.
Thames coming in. Got the play. 1 out. Big Sky football. It kicks off this fall right here in Root Sports. It's being presented by your local Ford stores. Action gets started September 22nd. Northern Arizona takes on the Montana Grizzlies. Your new home for Big Sky football. Root Sports. Strike 1 to Ryan Doman. Doman's hit a good day. Reached on a fielder's choice. Single to center, single to right. Minnesota run coming in the 2nd inning. A Trevor Plouffe sacrifice fly. Hit hard. Ackley, matter of fact, he takes care of that one. 2 outs. Two outs here in the 8th. Brings up the aforementioned Trevor Plouffe.
10 pitches from Kenny. 9 of them strikes, by the way, but only 2 fastballs from him. 8 sliders out of the 10 pitches. Fastball.
Nice when you have the lead, isn't it? That nitpicking.
Yeah, and more than a run.
That's what I mean, more than a 1-run lead, yeah. Because it was a 2-1 lead. Boy, isn't that the truth. One and one. The end of the bat folded. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on.
In the bullpen setup now, it looks like the right-handers, it will be Kenny and Pryor late in the game for Eric Wedge. Pryor, I think, is the guy that he'd like to see take over that 8th inning spot.
Full count.
Of course, Charlie Furbish is back to help out the left-handers. That really hasn't been an issue this year, has it? All 3 of those guys have pitched extremely well, with Litke coming over in a Rule 5, and then Charlie going from being a starter out to the bullpen, and of course the pickup of Perez. The left-handers out in the pen have been reliable for Eric Wedge.
Payoff pitch here. Popped up. Out of play.
That's a nice luxury when you're a manager. You can depend on the guys that are out in that bullpen. Again, we were talking about it earlier, trying to protect 1- and 2-run leads. Not always the easiest thing, but when you have that kind of confidence because the guys have done the job, it's nice.
5-1 Mariner lead, top of the 8th. Nobody on. Full count here. Trevor Plouffe. Left field. Pretty much in his tracks. Trayvon Robinson. Nice work by Josh Kenny. Tried all 4 men that he faced. To the bottom of the 8th we go. A 5-1 Mariner lead.
One as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentank here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, the AL West leading Rangers up across the border facing the Toronto Blue Jays. And Michael Young came to bat in the 5th inning and absolutely abuses this baseball. 3-run shot to center field, and Texas pounds out 19 hits in this one. Rangers all over the Blue Jays. 11-12 is the way it ends, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay completes the 4-game sweep of the Angels. Now, there's how your standings. Angels, look at that. Mariners. The Mariners are within a little breathing distance of the Angels, and they still have a significant number of games remaining head-to-head with that ball club. Glenn Perkins first pitch to Kawasaki outside.
(9-1-2) for the Mariners.
Perkins, a former starter out there. And it is 2-1. Kawasaki. Not getting it out of the infield today.
Left-hander Perkins has a good fastball. Mid-90s. He's a slider.
2.
Real good fastball at 95.
2.98 ERA for him. 57 strikeouts to only 15 walks. Good numbers. 51 in the third, 57 strikeouts. Add another one. 58 strikeouts now as Kawasaki goes down looking.
One out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Dustin Ackley, good day again for him. He's 2 for 3, a double, scored a couple of runs.
Nobody warming, so Mr. Kenny looks like the 9th is his.
You have a 4-run lead. Eric probably trying to give Tom Wilhelmsen a night off if he can. So if somebody gets on base, Tom will have to get up, crank it up.
Top of the 17th, and Pittsburgh starting to spiral. Pirates starting today 6.5 back.
Got to be getting close to position players on the mound in that one. 17 innings.
And here we are, what, August 19th. Pretty good bet. The temperature is about 95 plus in St. Louis. Ackley's gone. There's the National League wild card luck. Arizona probably has one more push left. Two outs. Brings up Saunders. Homered last time up on a 1-0 pitch. Strike one. Mariners 1-2-3 hitters, 5 for 9, 4 runs, 3 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 3 walks. Guy named Joe Kelly is, that was a strike to Saunders. Didn't like that call. Joe Kelly for the Cardinals going 5+ innings in relief. Mike Matheny got to be loving that. 0-2 here to Saunders. One-two pitch to Michael. 2-2.
Noah Perkins is coming to this game with a good fastball. He's throwing 96 miles an hour. He was in the rotation. I don't remember him throwing quite that hard.
No, I don't either. So Saunders went from a 0-2 hole to full count. Three-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Heck of a job by Perkins. Strikeout looking, strikeout looking, strikeout swinging. Josh Kenny chance for a save here. A 5-1 Mariner lead. lead against the Minnesota Twins. Hey, to celebrate pitching perfection this coming Tuesday, the Mariners expand the Kings Court, turn Safeco Field into the Supreme Court. Felix Hernandez will be on the mound against the Indians. First 34,000 fans get a yellow King of Perfection t-shirt and a commemorative cake card. We got special low prices, $10 on the view level and $30 on the main level. So come on out, be a part of the Supreme Court. Cheer on King Felix in his first start since his perfect game against the Rays. Go to Mariners.com. Get your tickets. Matt Carson leads it off the top of the ninth inning for the Minnesota Twins. Inning came on to get the final out of the seventh innings. Retired all four men that he's faced.
It's been a good series for Carson. 5 for 11 in the series. Recently called up by the Twins. There's a couple strikeouts today, and he finds himself in a 1-2 hole.
Cardinal Pirate game in the 17th, top of the 17th. They use one of their starters. That's who Joe Kelly is, pitching now for the Cardinals. Just go on 5 2/3. Got a 1-2 count here. Comebacker. One out. Pedro Florman. So out in the pen, where they always start backing up about an hour or two before the game, those fans are happy to have some sunshine to go late inning pleasure of a Mariner 5-1 lead. 5 runs, 9 hits. 0-1. Mariners came into today's game an 18-12 record against the American League Central for today's game. 4-1 against Minnesota. Against the AL East, that's where the problems have been. 14-23. And it's really been something there. That division's been murdered. There's a strike. 17-19 against American League West. Kenny going at a brisk pace. He's got a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Another good slider from him. 25 pitches for Kenny. 18 strikes and 7 balls.
2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Not like Jaso or Phil Cousin. Form on a strikeout, a double, and a fly ball to center field. Two and two. Payoff pitch. Well hit. Going foul.
You don't see too many foul balls going up in that section. That's in the second deck down the right field line. Nice souvenir for those folks.
This off the plate. One out base runner for Minnesota here in the top of the ninth. So after retiring, first 5 that he faced, the walk issued by Kenny. Top of the order, Ben Revere. Revere today, 0 for 4.
With that walk, Eric Wedge, I think, doing something he probably didn't want to, and that was to get Tom up. Wilhelmsen's starting to crank it up out in the pen.
There were 2 pitches last night. Came away with a victory. Signed a lot of autographs today before the game. So he was good to go today. Now Kenny's lost his touch.
He's thrown nothing but strikes, and now he's starting to struggle, falling behind 3-0.
That's not a good sign.
No, because after Casilla, you get yourself in the middle of the order again with Maurer, Willingham, and Moore. No duo.
Now 2 on, 1 out. Mariners by 4. Carl Willis going to get a quick chat.
Buy some time for Tom Wilhelmsen to get loose into the pen. Back-to-back walks, something you wouldn't expect to happen with a 4-run lead. One of the reasons why Major League managers have gray hair.
Early.
Yeah. It's amazing sometimes, too, isn't it? Because Josh is throwing the ball great today.
It's terrific.
Nothing but strikes. And Carl Willis out there having a conversation. He'll wait for Phil Cuzzy to get to the mound before he breaks up this meeting.
Even get a double play ball and end this thing. Be tough. Casilla, he's a fast runner. So is Revere. So is Florimont. Everybody out there's got good wheels. So Kenny went 5 in a row retired. Back-to-back walks. He's ahead of 1-2. Ackley with a good day at the plate. Couple of hits, a run scored. Michael Saunders' first home run since July 24th. 2 ribbies. Eric Thames with 3 hits and an RBI today. John Jaso with a bases loaded walk. An 0-2 pitch here to Casilla. Center field right at Saunders. 2 down.
Brings up a tough hitter, Joe Maurer, coming to the plate. He's done a pretty good job for the most part against Maurer in this series. He does have 1 home run today. He's 1 for 4 with a single that came back in the 3rd inning. Fairly quiet.
Like to keep him that way too. Pirates just scored against St. Louis. Take the lead. Pitch. Breaking ball misses.
I don't think it did. Wow. I've seen that a lot today.
Maurer fly to center, infield hit, ground out to second, and a strikeout looking. Two and 0. Willingham on deck. Two-0 from Kenny. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out. Fly ball left field. Robinson, glasses on, got a play in the corner. Couldn't get it.
Ball sliced a lot. I thought he was going to have a play on it as he goes up. Ends up in the stands. Good effort from Robinson. Not much of a chance to make a catch, though.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men on for the Twins here in the top of the 9th. Pitch from Kenny. Breaking ball, hit foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Josh Kenny trying to put away one of the best hitters in the American League. Joe Mauer now go through the signs again. Josh Kenny to Mauer, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off.
25 pitches in this inning, 42 overall for Kenny. He'll probably get tomorrow night off, but yeah. I don't think he's too concerned about that right now. He's trying to get his first major league save. Let's get 1 more out.
$22,635 on their feet. 2-2 to Mauer. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. Kawasaki throws across. That'll do it. Mariners win it 5-1. They make a winner out of Blake Bevan. He's 8-7. Josh Kenny gets his first big league save. The Mariners have won 5 consecutive games. They go 5-1 on the homestand, and they've won 12 of their last 13 here at home, Mike, as the Twins lose for the 5th consecutive time.
Well, they're 22-13 since the All-Star break, so 9 games over 500. They've played some really good baseball since the break. Some good offense today, too. It took a little bit of time, but a 2-run home run by